Hey guys, my name's Steve Spray. Welcome to our weekly Grant Cardone MasterMind call. This is where we come here to you guys every single Wednesday, and this is going to be a complete support call for you, those of you who are on Cardone University, and those clients who want to get that extra help every single week, every single month. We're going to come here 4 times a month to be able to help you out. Make sure that you guys are winning with the Cardone University program. So if you guys don't know me, my name's Steve Spray, one of the managers here working with Grant. What I want you to do is call in because we want to go ahead and take phone calls and answer any type of questions that you guys have right now. That way we can go ahead and get them handled today. That's what this call is about. So if you guys dial in, it's 305-865-8668. You guys can dial in, and Rob, they'll be able to take the calls. And if you guys send them up to me, I'm going to answer anything. So if you guys have questions about anything with the program, the Cardone University, anything that you have to do with cold call, getting your pitch, closing, what we're going to do in this call today is we're going to show you how to use Cardone University to solve those problems that you have throughout the day. So I really wanted to start this off. I actually had a client this past week. He actually shot me a message on Facebook. He said, look, man, we are up an incredible amount. So I got a client named Dynamic Capital here in Miami. They sell funding. So they do alternative lending, and they actually, before we were working with them, they would actually sell $1.95 million per month. Okay, they work with us for 60 days on the program, and what they did was they trained their people every single day. They did all the boot camps that I'm going to tell you about today. I'm going to show you how to actually use and run the boot camps inside your business every single day. And we got questions coming in. Thank you, guys. But what they did was they trained. They did boot camps. They did 6 segments of training every day with their people. And what they did in the first 60 days, so in March, they actually funded $3.2 million in March. And so that's 65% increase. Look, that is huge numbers, and we're getting that. So if you guys find that on our testimonial page, you're going to see a lot of people with a lot of success. So guys, I appreciate you sending these questions in. If you just load them in the comment section, we're going to go ahead and get them handled for you. So step one with the Cardone University is going to be, it's going to be sales meetings. You guys got to come together. You guys have got to be able to get this. This is what we do in our office every single day. It's what we tell our clients to do. Every single day we focus on something, but we're not just aiming all over the place. We're not guessing every single day, because if you do that, you're going to miss opportunity. So what we do, and this is where our client performance comes in to be able to help you out so we can measure what's happening in your guys' business every single month. Because if we send you a boot camp, a 14-day boot camp on closing deals, but you guys are closing everything that walks through the door, and your biggest problem right now is obscurity, phone calls, you got a lack of people coming into your store, your company, your business, then we're not going to send that to you. We want to get you the right thing. So the first thing is going to be the boot camps. Rob, if you want to pop something up right here, what I'm going to do is I want to go right into we want to take a look at going into the training center whenever you guys are in there. So if you guys are on the screen right now and you have your Cardone University pulled up, if you click into the training center, you can see the whole list inside there. So the first step is that we have got to set up the proper boot camp for you to be able to do this every single day. Now, the way that you want to run this is you got to do it every single day. Okay, for anything to make a change, right? If you look at the military, this is why Grant put this in. He's doing a lot of work right now for the Army and the troops. He did a big speaking event with 800 Columbia generals. Look, he knows that sending people through boot camps actually changes the way they operate. It makes a very significant change for how people will act towards your clients, how they'll answer the phones, right? So we got to be able to do this. We got to do it consistently and long enough to build this up. So what I want to focus on is the boot camp piece. Now, this is one example right here that we've actually created. And so we do this for all different types of businesses. Every single week, what we're going to do is identify what problem you have inside your business. That's what the client performance is for. So when we measure what's going on in your business every single month, we can track those statistics. Okay, so if you can track a statistic, then you can know what to do with it. You know how to change it. So if it's flat, okay, if it's falling, then we know that we can apply certain programs in the Cardone University program that help elevate that so we can get a rising stat again. So this could be anywhere. This could be in driving traffic. This could be in closing. This could be in anything that you guys have trouble with in your business because, look, it's different for everybody. So, guys, call into this number. I want to answer your questions. It's going to be 305-865-8668. So dial into that number, guys. If you just want to go to the university, that right into that page, that'll work. So the second thing is going to be the individualized training every single day. So as we're checking these reports and we're going through and we're identifying, hey, what's happening? This is what you should be doing as an individual. So if you're an individual person, you want to do this as well. So if you look into our reporting inside the program, what you're going to be able to do is track your stats every single month. Now that's what you should be doing. That's exactly what you should be doing every single month. You should be looking at that. So what we do here in our business, we look at how many phone calls we're making, how many closes we are having, how many presentations we are presenting with figures, numbers, dropping the contract. How many of these are we doing? And so if I can look at these each month, I know that I can change them. And this is where you've got to go to the program to be able to use this content, right? And so this is where you actually want to. Now you could actually just go up. Yeah, if you just scroll up right there, and then this page is fine. That's fine. Yeah, so if you stay right here, so look, if you're actually just looking at the training center, this is where you want to identify exactly what to do. Now, you want to use the curriculum, right? 6 training segments per day. That's the formula that has worked. It has worked for a long time. Every company that we work with, look, 6 training segments per day. This company right here who's up 65% in 60 days, 6 segments per day. That's all they do, but they know they got to do it every single day. So for you as an individual, you got to do this thing every single day, 6 segments per day. So get committed. That's the first step. You got to get committed to the training. If you're a business owner, you got to get committed to pushing your people. Okay, because if they're going to come to work every day and you're going to allow them to control and operate the way you operate your business, then you're not in control. So this is going to help you be able to take control, hold them accountable, and you're going to be able to do it all inside the university. Guys, if you call in, it's going to be 305-865-8668, and then we can take any type of questions that you guys have. Or if you want to leave something in the comments right here, we will we'll get these handled. I see a couple coming in right now. So what we want to do first, guys, first is going to be sales meetings. Those are going to be through created boot camps, and then this is where we're going to identify exactly what you need help with. So I'm going to use one example. Rob, if you want to click inside follow-up right there. Now, one of the challenges with follow-up, I hear this all the time. So my primary job here with Grant is to work with the clients that we have. Right there is perfect. Yep. So if we actually, when I talk to those business owners and we find out that, hey, look, follow-up is a problem, they let us know it's a problem. Dude, you know if it's a problem in your business. You don't have to go check your CRM to know that your people aren't using it. You know. Right? And so the biggest challenge with that is it's not telling your people exactly what to say. The Cardone University will do that because it does it in the follow-up tool, but we got to start from the top. We got to build the story about follow-up first. That's why you're going to see programs in here like the facts of follow-up. Okay, 48% of all salespeople, they never follow up. Okay, 48% of all salespeople, they never follow up, right? And so what's that mean for you? That means there's a massive amount of opportunity for you. You've got to know the statistics. Your people have got to know the statistics. So if you ask yourself, after saying, look, my people just aren't good at follow-up, well, why are they not good? Is it because you've never actually focused on the mistakes of follow-up? Is it because that you've never actually provided them with the follow-up basics? And so this is what we want to focus on each month. As we track, measure, and monitor what's happening in your business, we're going to be able to put this together. So now you want to look at the mistakes of follow-up. We're going to run through a 10-day boot camp just on mistakes of follow-up. If your people don't know the mistakes, then, look, they're going to keep making them because they don't know that they're not doing the right thing. Okay, and so this is going to help you out. This is going to help any trainer, manager, business owner help you run a more tight, structured training regimen with the content. So let Grant be the trainer inside the business. Or if you're a salesperson, look, if you're a salesperson and you're trying to go back and forth right now, you're trying to figure out, hey, look, man, should I really invest the $9.95 to help myself out? Dude, when was the last time you spent 14 days just focusing on, hey, what mistakes am I making in follow-up? That right there will change the game for you, I promise. And that's one piece of the program. And so I'm just using the follow-up as an example. If you guys want to send me any type of questions that you have, it looks like I got one. I got 4 or 5 questions here. I'm going to answer these. Hello, I'm a door-to-door salesman. There's a lot of competition in my area that easily beats my price. I sell home security. Do you have any suggestions on how I can get past the door when pricing is an objection? Dude, thanks for sending that in. This guy's got a pricing problem, okay? I just had this problem with somebody that I was working with here just 2 days ago, okay? So here's where most people miss the opportunity. They want to get the quick solution. They want to get the one answer. That's like people always ask me. They're, if you ask anybody in the office, they're like, dude, how's he get those big arms, right? Dude, I can tell you how to get big biceps, but you got to do the work, right? I can tell you every single step I took to get this. You got to apply the work. So now you got to think about this, dude. What do I not know about price objections? Rob, if you want to go up to the top, I want to start from understanding the buyer. So if you go to Training Center, and so this is where you got to go, man. You got to start from the very beginning. You got to understand, look, why am I missing opportunity in handling price? What do I not know about price? Okay, I had a very good friend of mine tell me one time, he said, dude, every problem that you have it's either in a book somewhere, it's on a video somewhere. Everybody has handled the problem that you have. You just don't know how to solve it, right? And so this is what you got to figure out. Dude, what don't I know? So write this down. What do I not know about price objections? Number one, you got to get to understanding the buyer. That's why this program was created, so that first off, before I can handle somebody's issue with price, dude, I got to understand where they're coming from. Okay, so this is where you come into understanding the buyer. And so my man who actually goes door to door, okay, dude, that's got to be difficult. I know that I don't want to go door to door all day long, freaking beating on doors and have a lot of rejection. I need to figure out exactly what's happening. So when you get inside here, there's going to be a program that's called the Price Myth. So when you click inside the Price Myth, this is actually going to teach you about what your buyer is really thinking. Okay. Now I can tell you exactly what they're thinking right now. I can even give you the right word tracks, but I don't need to do that. Look, you got to go in and do it yourself, man. You got to build the biceps yourself. Okay. You guys, everybody wants to go to heaven, dude. Nobody wants to die. Grant says it all the time. Okay. So, but you got to do it. You got to get in there. So what you need to do is there's 6 segments just on understanding, hey, what's the price myth? What is it about price that's happening when somebody says, dude, that price is too high? Okay, because your price is higher for a very specific reason, man. You know that. Every business knows that. Okay, and if you think that price is something that people do, just watch how people buy. Watch how you buy. It's not price, man. It's not price. So that's step 1. So step 1 is I got to understand what's happening. Step 2 is I got to figure out where am I going wrong when I'm actually pitching my deal. Okay, so if you go into the training center, there's a whole program called Mastering the Cold Call, right? So it's the cold call, mastering the cold call. Dude, this whole program right here is about knocking on doors. It's about going in. It's about talking to people who don't know you, okay? This could be anything that you want to know. So if you're an individual, you could be in network marketing and you're trying to figure out, dude, I just want to freaking blow this thing up because I see people making $1 million a year, $2 million a year. They're freaking hitting it. They're selling the same thing that I am. They got the same opportunity that I do. What don't I know? It's all in this thing right here, man. We have all these network marketers coming here who are making some serious money. Everything that they're doing is straight out of this content right here. So look, when you go into the Mastering the Cold Call, you have got to start from the top. Do not start at the very bottom where you're actually trying to learn how to handle those objections. You got to understand the basics. And so for you, if you're a business owner, if you're a manager, right? And if you're sitting there looking at your salespeople and you're like, look, man, these guys suck on the phones. They're not good at cold calling. They're terrible at handling objections. Why can't they handle objections? Dude, start from the top. They don't understand the objections before we can teach them the word tracks to objections, right? And so that's why this entire program is laid out for you as a manager, as a salesperson, as a business owner, to be able to have a structured way that Grant's already figured out exactly how to learn and understand everything there is to know about the customer, the buyer, and then the objections that you're going to face at the door. Now, my man right here who's going door to door selling securities, look, all you got to do is pull up on your phone. When you get those objections, I need you to rip this thing out right here. It's like the most powerful device as a salesperson. You need to pull up right on here and you need to handle those objections in real time. Now, The correction tools inside the program, these are some of the most powerful tools that, for me as a salesperson, changed the game for me. Why? Because, dude, throughout the day, I don't want to be, practicing. I don't want to be spending 30-minute training. I can't go to a midday seminar when I'm trying to get a freaking deal to feed my family. What I need to do is I need a quick solution. So that's where you're going to find the quick fix solution tool. You're going to find the follow-up tool. You're going to find the objections in the cold call. That's where you guys have to go to be able to get that. And if you want to click on the handling objections up at the top, Rob, guys, look, this is a quick fix solution tool. So for your salespeople who are having trouble throughout the day and they keep coming up to you asking you, they're like, hey, man, dude, how do you handle this guy who's got a price problem? He's got this problem. Hey, they're not buying today. They're just kicking tires. Dude, if you ever hear any of your salespeople say somebody's just kicking tires, you need to get them on this program right here inside the quick fix, because what happens is that now we can handle their actual challenges that they're facing, because there is something that they don't know. If you want to click into objections right there, look, I'm going to give you one example. If you're at a retail location where you've got people walking in and they're dropping you objections, like when I go buy a shirt, when I go buy an outfit, I'm actually just walking in, Salesperson walks up. Hi, thanks for dropping by Nordstrom. Can I get you a suit today? Nah, man, I'm just looking around. Okay, no problem. Dude, that guy lost the deal. Now I'm over here getting the freaking suit from another guy when this guy could have got it if he knew how to handle it, right? So this is where you got to identify, hey, what part of the sale did this break down? That's what Quick Fix is about. Now, the reason why Grant created this tool was very, very, very specific. Okay, because training is about, look, how do you retain this information? How do you retain this information? So ask yourself, look, am I retaining the information that I'm actually learning every day? The only way that you do that is, number one, you do it consistently. Number two, you do it when you're thinking about it. So when I've got this problem where I'm like, dude, the guy was just kicking tires. He was just looking around. He was just in here messing around, man. That guy's never a buyer. Dude, that guy's a buyer. You just don't know how to handle him as a salesperson. So for you, you need to identify, look, where that happened. That happened in the greeting. So you want to click inside the greeting. There are 17 different ways to handle objections just in the greeting. Now, this isn't a training. This is not training. This is actually a solution in real time. So when I scroll down, I got 10, 12 different ways just to handle a customer who says, hey, look, man, I'm just looking. Totally understand, sir. I know you came to the department store just to, look around and find out. That's exactly what all of our clients do here. Hey, tell me, are you going to be looking for something bigger, or are you looking for something for a very specific event that you might be going to, a specific suit that you might want for maybe a wedding or something, right? You got to be able to use these word tracks. You will not be able to memorize these if you don't use them in real time, okay? Because I can tell you very specific ways to get this done, but you won't retain the information if you're not hitting this every single day. So do your training every single morning. Every client that we have, what they're doing, guys, thanks for sending these questions. Do your 6 segments every single morning, 6 training segments every day, and then what happens is throughout the day, use the quick fix tools. Question, I am really good at closing in person. However, I struggle to have the same control on the phone versus in person. How do you present your proposal on the phone and remain in control? Send by email and follow-up. Present on the phone at the same time. How are you guys doing it? What technology are you using? Dude, that's a great question. So, there's a lot of technology out there. What you need to look at is going to be right inside sales presentation, and then you want to match that up with what you're going to find. If you just want to sit on that training center menu right there, I'm going to show you. So inside sales process, what you're looking for, Pierre, is you're going to find a way. There's an entire program in there about how to increase the amount of write-ups that you have. Now, that's not just in person. That's everything that you're doing. So whether this is going to be, over the phone, how to get a contract in front of somebody, right? How to actually send that out. There's a lot of technologies to be able to use. We send contracts out to everybody. The only way that somebody could actually sign a contract is if they have it in their hands. So, what you're going to find on the sales process is, look, Grant's going to show you how to get your step-by-step deal together. So all the information that you're looking for is right there inside sales process. What you're also looking for is the follow-up strategies. Now, what's follow-up about? Follow-up, it solves the biggest problems in business, right? The follow-up, now that's the strategy that most people are using, that they're losing, because they don't know how to follow up without being annoying or not having that value-added follow-up. So what you want to do is, number one, dude, you got to get your head right about follow-up. That's step one in everything. You got to get your head right about follow-up, which means you've got to do the training. You've got to do the facts of follow-up so that you could understand it. If you don't know that 80% of all transactions happen between the 5th and the 12th follow-up, dude, you might not even get to 5, because at 3, you're like, dude, that guy was just messing around. He's not a deal, okay? Because you don't understand follow-up yet. Your head's not right about it. Okay, I've had deals closed that I've followed up for 2 years. Okay, guy calls up, dude, Steve, it's Joe. I'm like, dude, there's no way this guy's calling me back right now. He's like, hey, it's that call you've been waiting for, man. Your follow-up was sick. It was good. But let me show you what I did, because if I didn't get my head right about the follow-up and I had terrible ways to follow up, dude, they wouldn't even like it. They would block me. Right? So that's why Grant created the follow-up tool. Now, if you go up to the training center, there is a different tab that you're going to be able to use for the follow-up tool. Now, this handles the questions that you have right now. So everything that you're asking about follow-up, if you scroll down right there, there's going to be on the right-hand side, the follow-up tool. So what happens is Grant pops up. He says, look, it's time to follow up. Pick a day. Okay, what do you always hear? Always work your pipeline. Work your pipeline. Did you always hear this? Everybody says it, but dude, does anybody even really know what it means? Does the person who tells you to work your pipeline even know what that actually means, dude? Did they really know? Dude, you got to maintain the attention. You know, one of the biggest problems in follow-up, and I wrote this down, look, 2 biggest problems in business. Look, I don't know you, and I forgot about you. Dude, that's a problem. Right? So you got to have your follow-up game on point, right? So Grant created the follow-up tool. It says, look, pick a day. Where is the guy at? So when your CRM, or maybe you don't even have one because you don't really need one. You just need to know exactly what to do with that customer, because you need to know what to say. You need to know what to do. And for me, as a sales guy who is buried in this content every single day, I use the follow-up tool. Why? Because, dude, sometimes I just need to get a new idea, right? Maybe sometimes I need to figure out, hey, what would Grant do on day 30 follow-up, man? Because I've been following this guy up for 30 days. What would Grant do on day 30? What's my structure laid out? I was working with a sales guy earlier today where we basically broke this up and we said, you know, look, you should set the way you follow up based off how Grant follows up with the follow-up tool, man. There's some really tight follow-up from day 0, starting right after the customer leaves, all the way up until day 5. And then he's got a very specific way where he's going to break that out. So you guys got to follow the follow-up tool. Okay, it's not just something there that's just like, you know, 365 ways to guess on a deal. Dude, it's exactly what to do. You don't even have to think about it, guys. Just follow it. Exactly. That's how you do it, okay? Do you use text, email, selfie templates for follow-up? If so, where do you save these for easy access? Hey, Ryan, dude, unbelievable question. Thank you for actually asking that. So this is one thing that I get from people all the time. Okay, day 0 follow-up. What are we doing? We're going to take this phone out. We're going to pop it up. Hey, John, thank you so much for the opportunity to do business. I'm going to send you over everything we talked about. Once again, appreciate the opportunity. Talk soon. I'm going to send it to him. Okay, where am I going to store that? Dude, I'm not going to store it anywhere. I'm going to send it to him, and then I'm going to create a new one with my new guy. I mean, unless your next customer is not worth a new 4-second video. If they're not worth a 4-second video, dude, don't even do the video deal. You know, and do something else. Because what I'm telling you right now is, look, you got to get this thing down so tight. This is what's going to happen when you start using the follow-up tool the right way. You're going to start understanding what's happening. And so that a quick little video, a quick response, this stuff is so easy and it's so fast and it's so personal. Nobody gets it, man. I send videos out to people all the time. They're like, dude, that was awesome. I'm like, what was awesome? He's like, no, the video. I'm like, oh, yeah, I know. That's why I sent it, dude. That's why I sent it, man. Dude, you guys got to use this stuff. And when you start using it, you're going to know what to do on day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. And when you start using this with your team, so managers, man, look, push this stuff and make sure you use it. And if you give your people the option to use it or not use it, you know, your job as a manager is to be able to push your people, you know, so stop being slaves to that. You got to be able to push them to actually be able to do it. That's all you got to do is just get them to start using it, and then they're going to be like, oh my God, dude, this thing works. It's freaking sick, right? So key takeaways from today. Number 1, it's going to be get with us. We've got the boot camp trainings. Look, we will structure the game plan for you with your business with our performance reviews. That's why we do the performance reviews. If you're an individual, identify what areas you need to work on so you can primarily focus on that every single day on the problems that you're having. Okay, 6 training segments per day. It's really easy, guys. It's 15, 25 minutes. How much time goes into that 6 training sessions? Dude, it's real quick, man. These videos, they range from about 2.5 minutes all the way up to maybe 4.5, 5 minutes long. There is a handful that are right over 6, 7 minutes. And the only reason that they're that long is because they are very in-depth. This is the difference. If you guys are following Grant on YouTube, you guys love Grant's live streams. Dude, I love Grant's live streams. Nothing gets me more jacked up than watching Grant on a live stream. I love it. But if you want to get deep, if you want to be able to get some actual depth in the learning, in the training, Grant can't do that on a live stream, right? What you're looking for is going to be right inside the Cardone University, but that requires you to be able to get in the system and for you to be able to train on the segments, okay? So get your head right about, the problems that you're having right now. Handle those 6 training segments per day, and then come back to the program. Use all the tools. You're welcome, man. Hey, thanks a lot, Rob. I appreciate that. You want to be able to use all those tools inside the program to help you out throughout the day. That's why they're there, man. An electrician wears a tool belt, okay? A salesperson they need information, okay? They need answers. They need other ways because you get caught in this tight little deal and you can't figure out how to get a deal done. Dude, the program is there to help you out, to give you options, to give you answers. The key is to do them before work. It helps tremendously. Chad, you're 100% right. I do my segments every day before work because it helps me out, man. That's what gets me into my day. That's the shift that I make every day. If you're the type of person who works out in the morning because you wake up and you got those things that you want to do to take control of your day, dude, you got to do that. You got to work out in the morning. You got to get your training done every single morning. So that's your deal. You got to get that done before you even get to the office. And then look, when you get there, use those tools throughout the day. That's why those videos are 12 seconds to 35 seconds long. They're not training. They are very, very, very specific segments on very specific topics. Cold call automotive. The reason I'm calling is with the upcoming financial maturity of your 2011 Kia Sorento. Kia Canada has issued your loyalty bonus to help play. Is this just a last few payments on your current loan and upgrade? You had a brand new model to be sure. I'm not wasting your time. Let me ask you, do you think this is a solid hook or weak? No, man, I think the fact that you even thought about making that phone call is unbelievable because it's right inside the cold call training. So what you want to do, Gordon, is when you go inside the cold call training, you want to actually look inside how to build the pitch. And so that's where you can kind of make those little tweaks. So as you're doing this call, you're going to get feedback. Okay, so this is the one thing with training. We can teach you all the plays up front, but dude, you got to go out in the game. And when you get in the game, that's when you got to watch your video playbacks. You in practice again, you can be like, dude, this thing was really working for me here and there, and let's make that tweak. That's what the program's about, man. It's a playbook. It's a playbook so you can use. So I love this pitch. This pitch is great. But what you want to do is you want to go out there and apply it now. So see if you can make 50, 60, 70, 80 phone calls today, outbound, just on that call, and then figure out what's actually happening and then go back again and do the training. So don't ever just watch a video one time. Don't ever watch a video one time. You don't ever just do something good one time and then it's just great, okay? Back to the bicep things. Dude, I didn't do just one bicep curl, trust me. I've done a lot of them. So what I'm saying is, look, do this, go pitch that, and then come back to the cold call training where it's actually broken down, okay? Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate everything. Any questions, send them right in because I'm going to have a couple more minutes right here on the MasterMind call. If you guys want to call in, it's 305-865-8668. I enrolled on the 6th. And already completed 4 entire segments. Don't be lazy, just do it. I sold my Xbox last night and deleted all the games off my phone. 100% committed, no distractions. Steven, dude, that's freaking awesome. Congratulations on that, man. Congratulations on that, actually taking control of your life and your finances and what you're looking to do. How do you avoid price when you make your first contact on the phone? Well, what you're going to find out in the cold call training is that, Grant, wants to bring price up front. So, send in what type of business you are. Okay. Dude, if you want to call in, I'll handle that for you right now. Call in 305-865-8668. I'm going to handle that for you right now. Okay. The guy's asking me right now, how do you avoid price when you make your first contact on the phone? Okay. Well, the first thing that I've got to do is I got to get my head right about price. So Rob, you want to pop up cold call. Okay, we want to pop up master the cold calls. So the first thing I got to do with this, guys, is I got to figure out, hey, what's happening with cold calls? What's the basics in cold calls? Now I got to actually prepare for the cold call. Okay, so when I'm preparing for it, I'm getting ready for this. This is everything that you're going to find out. Okay, what Rob's looking into right now, these are 4 of actually my favorite segments inside this entire program, because Grant gets deep into these calls right here. He talks about the cold call. He talks about the lead response. How are your people answering the leads, man? Dude, mystery shop yourself. I guarantee if you mystery shop yourself, you're going to find little things that are huge when it comes to missing opportunity. Outbound referral call, dude, where are you missing opportunity on referrals? Right, that video is going to handle it. Okay, the outbound follow-up call. So this person right here wants to identify, hey, look, what's happening? I'm making a cold call. What type of call is this? Okay, it's an outbound cold call. I'm going to watch that video first. I got to identify what's happening first. I got to get my head right about that first. Now, I'm going to go back because there are other things to do with that call. So I'm going to hit the back button. And when I get out of this piece right here, you're going to see that there's over 60 segments just in cold calling. So I got a sales guy in a business right now who's having trouble making cold calls. They're having problems because they're making a pitch. Now, number 1 is your pitch right. So if you're looking at the cold call process, this is going to break it down. So we're going to click inside cold call process right there. Okay, now this is how you handle your problems in real time. Okay, you got a salesperson in your company right now who has a problem because what they're doing is they're making a cold call pitch and they're actually getting hit with money up front, right? And what's happening? You're losing opportunity in your business. So how much does this happen throughout the day? How many times does this happen? Now, right here's where you actually get your pitch down. You got to go back through these segments so that you can figure out, hey, what's my greeting look like? What are my big claims look like? And then am I asking the right quality fact-finding questions? Because if you were doing that in the right order, what's happening is it's going to lead you into a close. What's a close on a cold call? What's a close on a cold call? Okay, most companies don't sell product over the first call. You're closing on the appointment, right? And so that's what this entire course is about right here. It's about getting that close that you want on the cold call. And then what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to go to handling objections in the cold call. Now, the one that you ask for specifically is all the way down at the bottom. So if you go down and then you look at cold call objections, what you're going to find in here is every single objection you'll get into a cold call. So now the guy asked one question, right? He asked one question about how to handle this very specific segment, this very specific problem. Now, I gave him the whole training path of how to actually solve it. So this is what you want to do. You want to go in there, get your head right about it. So figure out, look, what am I missing up front? What don't I understand about it? Because if you understood it, then you could actually apply this material right here in the right way to get exactly what you want with the higher price and handle those objections. So this is going to give you every single objection. So this is the final step on it. That could have been my 6 segments for the day. That could have been my 6 segments for today because I've got a problem today on cold calling. Now tomorrow, my guy here with that same exact problem, dude, his problem could just be closing, or it could be inside the sales process, or it could be now he's in the follow-up. So what's he doing with follow-up? Okay, these are all the sections, guys. So look, I appreciate your time today on this Wednesday's MasterMind call. We come here every single Wednesday. The reason we did this is because Grant wanted to provide a service to support you customers, you clients. Now, if you're on this program right now, if you're on the MasterMind, if you opted into the MasterMind, but you're not yet on Cardone University, look, call our offices right now. We will get you set up. Look, the deal is $995. How many deals do you need to pick up $995? Most companies that I ask that, I'll be talking to a sales guy and I said, hey, for real, dude, how many deals do you need to pick up $995? You know, like 1, 2, maybe 3 deals. I'm like, good. So we'll get this done in the first week. You got 51 weeks left on the program at no charge. You pay this thing off this week. Okay, so if you haven't hooked up with the program, this is what you're getting. This is what you're missing every single day. Okay, if you're not on Cardone University, you are like the roofer who is going to work every day and you don't have a hammer and you don't have nails. You're just hoping to throw some shingles up on the roof and hope it sticks. Okay, so guys, get your game on. The Cardone University, look, go to cardoneuniversity.com. If you don't have the access, get it. It's $995. Call in the office right now. I'm going to get you set up. Call into the office, ask for one of the sales guys. We will get you set up. It's $995. It gives you 12 months of operating at the highest levels as a salesperson. Okay, now if you're looking at all the testimonials, what are you seeing right now? Everybody, people tripling their incomes. I got companies up 65%. Why are they up this much? It's because of the way they're operating. It's because of the way that they go every single day. They go hard. They train. They make their people good. And then they handle all those other problems so that they can get great every single day. Guys, thank you for your time today. If you have any other questions, always feel free to give the office a call, and let's get you hooked up on Cardone University if you're not yet there.